Good evening, folks. We got another Z1R weekly matchup for you tonight. Forerunners on screen will be Captain Green 7, Truant Gamer, TA909, and Chess Jerk. I'm Furious K. I'll be commentating for you. I got Freedom Fighter tracking for me. The big flag that we're going to be playing with tonight is hidden numbers, and that's not to say it's hidden dungeon numbers. It's just going to be hidden on their HUD and hidden on their death counters. So when they pick up a key, they'll have to keep track mentally how many keys they have. When they pick up bombs, same deal. Rupees, not quite as important as those two unless they start needing to buy arrows or bait, so that could become a little bit fun. But that's the core of the hidden numbers flag. Other than that, I think the only major flag to note is it's going to be Holy Grail for 9, with Gins still required though. Don't see a lot of situations where you'll see a lot of people dig that until they have baby ladder, some of the stuff outside. We're about to get going. The rest of the flag set is basically, I believe, consternation flag set. So if you're familiar with those, nothing too much out of the ordinary once you get past the flags. If you're not familiar with them, it basically means a small amount of HP shuffle on your enemies, or shuffles on. The secret you don't get. Any key right off the bat on the overworld, it's at the Armos and the Lost Hills. So that will take care of a lot of the problems that they're going to have keeping track of the numbers. Captain Green no longer has to care how many keys to pick up or how many keys to take. Looks like Truant and Chess Jerk are going to be there next. TA is the only one going a different direction, so it might take him a little time. Another thing we'll be doing tonight, because there was a request made in the Discord as to how to kind of know what dungeon you're in case there's hidden dungeon numbers, I will kind of be breaking down how I logically find out what dungeon I'm in if they're on. Most of it will have to do with item locations. As you can see, we are looking at dungeon numbers being on as we are in level 4 on Captain Green's screen. Immediate Triforce, probably gonna look around. Gesture will be playing in. The only way to really know how many rupees you're getting at these secrets, though, is to kind of estimate how long the coin sound carries on. Hit the question mark, here it go for maybe half a second, you get a small secret, just what money. Here it going for about a second and a half, you can see it's immediate. Anything north of about 2.5 seconds, guaranteed what secret. And the more you get used to it, the more you can kind of solve exactly where the secret's at. It's a little bit difficult on the ones with very small range, but when you have a large secret that ranges 50 to 150, you kind of know what's short of a larger Looks like Captain Green 7's going to leave with his 4th Triforce. The easiest way to figure out that you're in level 4 if you have hidden dungeon numbers on will be the T room. It's going to be on the perimeter in the bottom right. If it's potentially my connection with the mic issues, try and get it solved here shortly, but in the meantime, TA is going to find his any key. That's all 4 of them. Level 7 for Chest Jerk. Triforce right off the bat. And looks like he's just going to bail out. Not much you can do without bombs in there. And then maybe bow block entirely. Just depends on exactly how many walls he just tried. Not a place you want to spend a lot of resources early on. I think we're up to 4 dungeons found now, as we found 3, 4, 6, and 7. That's across the runners, as not all of them have found the same dungeons. While it's a Holy Grail seed, they still want to find the Triforces in these dungeons in case they get the flute at any point. It'll make it easier to get across the overworld. And potentially back to dungeons, as they may need to redig them for whatever the Holy Grail item happens to be. There is the power bracelet on the floor in 1. That location for an item drop is only available in level 1. So if you were to have hidden dungeon numbers on, that would be your go-to spot. The other spot would be down on the bottom right side of the room. Kind of against the wall, but not quite in the corner. You may see that at some point on Truant's screen, just depends on whether or not he happens upon that room on his exploration of this dungeon. Dungeon Heart Shuffle is on. Looks like Guerrilla are causing a handful of problems for TA. He's going to go ahead and leave the level 3. And looks like our staircase item in 1 is the regular wood boomerang. It's fairly early on the seed, so it's not a complete surprise that Truant picked it up. It'll allow him to stun some of the enemies in dungeons, such as Guerrillas. Could help against Lionels, as we see TA pick up the wood arrows. That was a rather interesting visual glitch in that old man room. I'm going to assume it was probably a bomb upgrade that Gesture happened upon. Triforce getting 1 for Truant, even though it's Holy Grail. Again, probably hopeful that he can get to the recorder at some point if he doesn't find bow and silvers naturally. 9 is at the grave. Do we check and see what it was as far as Holy Grail goes, or did they forget to check it? Or was that just a hint? Ah, it's a hint. I see. What CG7 just did is he saved, and then you heard a little blip as if you went to the intro screen. If you hard reset your game after saving, it'll take your count down to 0 as TA finds his wooden boomerang in 1. Once you go down to that, you can get to the bomb drop that happens on 1, so he's hopeful that the first enemy he can find on the overworld is a bomb dropper, such as a red dark nut. Probably not his favorite enemy to go kill right now, but it's good enough. And there's the bomb drop. I think it's somewhere between a 40 and 50% chance, somewhere kind of in the middle of that. Level 7 is one of the rare dungeons where you really don't have an indicator if you have your dungeon numbers off as to where you are. Most of the locations that stuff drops on the floor in that dungeon are not too unique to it. And now at least 3 of our runners have wood arrows. I think just Truant is without. And I'm fairly certain that Captain Green has looked at every spot he can in the grave. without having the power bracelet or the recorder. So, it looks like level 9 is probably blocked by one of the recorder or the power bracelet. Bracelet spot next to level 6 is considered to be in the grave. Basically, anything in that line until you get to the forgotten spot that's kind of on the lakeside is going to be in the grave all the way over to the left. Truant is the only one with the power bracelet, so he's the only one that can solve it right now if it happens to be that item. The only other spot it could be would be the second quest level 6 flute spot. And then there's also one over in the kind of dead woods area. If you're going to do a world wrap, that screen is also considered the grave. So there's 2 spots for flute, 1 for PB. I fully expect that once we get to sea level 9, we'll probably not even know what the item was to get in anymore. Especially if it's a flute. Small chance that Truant could go over to the grave at some point in the near future with just the power bracelet and a small amount of starting items and walk into an old man, but he just found the raft as well, so it's now down to... It's Chestrick that found the raft, excuse me. Level 1, so... Yeah, still a chance that we're going to find out through Truant, but Truant's basically your best bet to actually know what the Holy Grail item is. Oh, we are playing with First Quest Overworld. Interesting. Thought we were mixing it up between SG Live flags, which are played on Second Mixed. Should have known with the Consternation base, though. So that's my fault. So yeah, it's just Power Bracelet blocked. And CJ has the Power Bracelet and the raft out of 1. So CJ is going to be the first one to get over there. We're going to see what is blocking the way in level 9. Assuming he doesn't get clipped by this blue dark nut. That's the only... the Wizrobe, I guess, could also hit him. But he gets in there safely. I did not see TA get the raft, but could be possible. And the wand is required. So there you have it. Wand, bow, and silver is required outside of your sword. With the required blocking of a dungeon flag on, and level 9 being behind the power bracelet spot, it is plausible that that is the only dungeon that they're going to have to solve the block for. The numbers are permanently blocked. I suppose that would be an interesting flag to have the book reveal what the numbers are. Perhaps that could be pitched and featured suggestion. Chestrick's going to make sure the raft didn't lead to something, because it's still possible with a few dungeons left outstanding that one could be over here. Instead, it's just to take any one. Gotta have heart. Don't think that I've seen anybody find the White Sword Cave yet. TA's in the lead with hearts as far as that goes, so everybody has a 33% chance except for TA. Found level 2 and level 5. We know where level 8 is, so I think we've actually seen every single dungeon across the 4 featured runners. I think at this point, Truant and Chester are probably not feeling that great about their lack of sword progression. I'm slightly surprised that Truant's trying to get through this level 2 without one, just because it's going to start slowing him down, especially if there's rooms where you need to bomb your way through, or use a candle to just combat and get through a shutter door. Thankfully, these Zulls have rolled down a little bit, so you can ring them to death when normally you would have to hit them with a white sword or greater value. Looks like a heart container in level 2, and a hint for level 2 in level 2. Always a good time there. I'm pretty sure the sword is somewhere near start screen. I guess if he knows that the ladder is in level 2, that would explain why he is trying to dig it without a sword. Looks like there's only a handful of rooms left. CG7 has picked up the ladder, so it's not required to kill that dig dogger to get it. Looks like Truant's just gonna have to go right here to be able to find it. It's down to these last couple of rooms. There we have it. I'm pretty sure TA was just in that room as well, so I think we have everybody but Chestrick potentially with the ladder find at this point. Level 2 is fairly similar to level 7 as far as its item drops go. The only room that I kind of look for to figure out what dungeon I'm in when I'm in here is usually the top right corner of the segmented block room has the greatest amount of use to me. It's usually level 2 or level 6 that have an item up in that corner. If you remove most open stairs, it gets a little bit more wonky. It can potentially also occur in level 8 and level 9 should they shuffle in there. Yep, Rippy Speed is already a thing. can get a little bit crazy. I think we had on the restream not too long ago, probably within the last couple of months. It's one of those that comes out every once in a while, but for the most part, runners are like, no thanks. We can only handle so much of it. With regards to text speed, I'm not sure that that's something that's easily interchangeable. I suppose that could be brought up. There's a lot of stuff in this game is titled together with other aspects, so like your HUD and your death counter, I think, are tied together. So if you change one, you gotta change the other. Captain Green now has the raft, which isn't really required for any of the dungeons tonight. And I believe we now have all 4 runners with the ladder. With level 3, as far as your spawns in there to look out for if you get hidden dungeon numbers, it's basically the top left corner item placement is something that's kind of exclusive to level 3. It's usually in one of the big block rooms. See if it shows up, and I'll point it out. But it won't be for the Triforce, I don't think. It's just in the center of this room here. I think T is going to try and clear it now that he's got a little bit of weaponry. But these Gree are pretty good at hitting you. They're much more... they're much quicker to turn and kind of fire at you in comparison to the red Gree or the orange Gree. Chestrick is going back into level 1 at this point, so I'm assuming he has not seen the boomerang, would be my guess. I'm pretty sure we've seen him use the raft and the power bracelet. TA's taking a little bit slower this time. Fighting on this half tile is definitely the way to go. If you're on the right half tile, in comparison to where the Gria is standing, it can't quite get you. Chester now has seen all 3 items in level 1, so I'm pretty sure he's out. Truant has found the level 8 that's on Death Mountain. He had the hidden fort. And the white sword is on the floor in level 3, so that just leaves the staircase item. Pretty sure that was the map that CG7 just picked up. And just a heart container level 3, so we've got both of our items out of there for everybody in the audience, but just TA as far as our 4 featured runners knows. Captain Green's doing now is he is taking damage so that he can reset his count, and then if you hit the old man with either the boomerang or the sword, you can affect your counter. I think the boomerang is 7, and the regular sword swing is 1. So what he did was he got himself to a 9 count, and then used a bomb on any enemy that has a drop. If he had hit, say, a Keese, he would have stored the bomb drop. It would have been able to pick it up on the next hit. I think the easiest spawn to remember if you have hidden dungeon numbers on for level 5 is the either the tea room or the NSU room / pointless boat room can have a drop on the bottom middle. So it'll appear in the tea room itself, on the tea. Or it'll appear just below the pointless moat, or on the bottom of the S in SU. The other spawn that I'm trying to remember, I think, is the moat room spawn, which is kind of on the right side of the moat. That would be your other one in level 5. Not too many segments in these dungeons tonight so far, as we find our 9 entry item in level 5. So Captain Green can enter 9. However, is probably still going to try and find at least the bow before heading that direction. And right behind him is TA909, getting his wand, so we have 2 runners that can now enter level 9. Looks like Trent's making the gamble that level 8's going to pay off. It's one of the larger dungeons tonight, as you can tell by the map. Runners will typically try and clear out the dungeons that have fewer rooms early on, just because they don't want to have it be in an easy spot and take all this time. But if you take that gamble and it works, then you can get a huge lead off of it. So it's kind of pick your poison. And in this bigger race, I don't mind that idea. Staircase here in 6, it could just be the transport or it could be your item, and it's the book. That is an interesting one. It will give him the map. I think you have to pick it up. Just because of shapes. It gives you too much information to pass up. I know some hate the fire that it spawns, but if you're confident in your combat, you got to. If we were playing swordless, maybe that's a situation where you might not. I'm fairly certain the majority of the runners have seen the hint for where 9 is. I'm fairly confident that the left side of the screen knows that it's the wand required to get in there. And I believe Chestrick also found his way over there at some point. I just don't remember if it was pre or post Power Bracelet pickup, since that is required to actually see level 9 there. There is the heart container at the White Sword Cave, so chat was correct earlier that it was just a heart. If it's consternation-based, important items should not be in 9, so it would just be the silvers potentially in there. T's going to make the call not to pick up the book, and then decides, wait a minute, that's maps, and I don't know what 9 looks like, so... Silvers are in level 4. We won't have anything of significance in level 9. Your best bet for a good item in level 9 is now the red ring. It looks like Trun's going to take the Triforce out of level 8. I'm going to guess that he's got the majority of the area that he's in explored. And is now just looking for the health refill so that he can reset the dungeon and go look in a different spot within it. And sure enough, it looks like the items are most likely going to be on the western side. Yep, the items left in the pool for level 9, I believe, are Red Candle, Magical Boomerang, and Heart Containers. Outside of that red ring, so... A bunch of duds, the best item in the game, and the red ring. This screen that Truant's on right now is rather annoying to fight, but I'm pretty sure we're looking at a situation where he's going to have to clear it just to make sure. Almost got beamed right there. Gotta be real careful. And this is going to be an item, I believe. You've seen the transport. Magic Nanner in level 8. So now we're just down to one staircase, which will not be this room because of the shutter. It's interesting that he doesn't know what bomb count he's on, potentially. Because if he gets trolled enough by these Dodongos, he might run out. He's definitely got his max bomb capacity now, though. All those bomb drops, as TA is now going to join him, and the second item is way over here on the western side. As Chestrick finds his wand in level 5. And we have a recorder in level 8. So it's feeling more and more likely that the bow is going to be like level 7-ish, or... I don't know that I've seen both items in 6. I know we've seen the book, and I thought I saw the runners bail on level 6 pretty quickly thereafter, so I'm going to kind of sort of guess that they've seen both items there, based on that. And Captain Green, unfortunately, that's one of those screens where it's just not fun to exit depending on what's there, and there's not a whole lot of ways around getting off that raft spot other than just to take the Death Warp or just up A. Either you get Death Warped or you get Slamooed, where you get turned around and sent back on the raft again. You can reverse clip off of it, but if stuff's firing at you, you don't have much chance of that either. Captain Green's going into level 7. I think that's probably where we're going to find the bow. But I can't say for 100% sure that I've seen every item outside of that dungeon. I don't know that Captain Green's seen every item outside of it either. I think Chest Jerk... Did Chestrick find the bow in level 5? That would be interesting because several runners bailed. I didn't see it, but it's possible. He's heading back to level 9, so once he scrolls through his items, we'll find out. It's the downside to watching so many of the streams. You don't catch them all. He's gotta be careful with his half a heart, though. He's going to probably reset his health here. I wonder what room that was in, because I feel like we've had multiple runners in level 5 grabbing the wand. Looks like TA has picked up his red ring because his tunic has changed. Truant now has his wand out of level 5. And we found Zelda in level 9. As he cleared that room with the Patra and the shutter did not open. I hear a roar. It looks like Chesterk has the stun lock in now, and that's a pretty good fight, all things considered. So should be seeing him finish up here shortly. We'll see if he's the first one to finish in the entire race or just on the restream momentarily. As far as the red ring, I'm pretty sure that level 8 had Hard on the Floor, Magic Nanner, and Flute in the stairs. So my inclination is that it's going to be a find out of level 7 for TA. It was either that or level 6. And that staircase is good. Get your GGs out for Chest Jerk. Official time is a first place time of 46:48. So that's a solid blitz of a seed that could have trolled significantly. Unfortunately, everybody else I think has been into level 5, gotten the wand and bailed, so that bow find in level 5 on the floor definitely got him way out in front. And it looks like we are joined by our overall winner, Chest Jerk. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much, Fury. How are you doing tonight?
We're doing good. We have, once again, looks like runner did decide to grab a whole bunch of hearts. Captain Green, I think, is all the way up to 11 now, so slightly behind in your favorite category, but first place, I think, is good enough for you.
I disagree. I'm going to restart the seed now, so I will see you later.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
I will. Gotta find more hearts. Gotta have heart.
So we actually missed you picking up the bow. I'm assuming it was in level 5 on the floor somewhere.
Indeed it was.
Okay, everybody else has been in there, gotten the wand, and is bailed out and is digging big dungeons, so...
I can confirm that that is a very big mistake. Because it's not far from the wand. I think it's up one, right one, up one. Sitting on the floor.
Just for whatever reason, it looks like Captain Green's actually back in 5 now. I think he may have exhausted a lot of the other options at this point. He's not, you can't possibly have that many rooms left in here.
Yeah, I guess if he went up and to the left, he may have bypassed it entirely. Let me see my mini-map here. Yeah, if he goes right and up from here, he should find it. Or I guess up and right, depending.
Yeah.
Which way?
Hey, there's the boat spawn I was talking about earlier as far as figuring out what dungeon you're in. Oh, it's this hodgepodge room? TA's going to get the silvers out of level 4. Truant just purchased wood arrows, so he's still missing out on that. And there's the bow.
I guess
So
if I had
off
a
to-
blue ring, it would have been easier to see.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I think only TA found the red ring. Unfortunately, didn't see exactly where he found it, but I'm kind of sort of guessing at 7.
Who digs level 7?
Anybody that leaves level 5 with 1 item.
Clearly. I did feel kind of silly picking up 2 Triforces. I really didn't need to do so. I correctly up 8 out of 4 without picking up the 3 Triforce, but for some reason I wanted 2 Triforces, so add those to my heart count, I guess.
It looks like we're really missing out on some of these pickups. It's now TA's heading to level 9, so after finding the silvers, he decides it's time to go. Going to go ahead and make the assumption that means he has bow in his inventory as well. Otherwise, he's going to have to try and throw him at Ganon. Doesn't work too well.
Still think you should be able to just pick up an arrow and stab him with it. You're close enough range. Makes sense to me. Looks like TA's got the book, too.
Yep,
Some wand fire going there.
the book out of level 6. He does not have the bow. Well, I don't... I think he...
Realization may have just said
there he
it.
goes. Yep.
I think he may just check the flags like, oh, important item. Or can they be in 9? I didn't even look.
Nope.
Does not look like it. Okay.
Captain Green's going to go ahead and try and take down Pig at this point. Save Zelda. A couple more swings with the white sword will do it. And now off to find Zelda. Didn't seem too painful to find Zelda in this one, for you at least, so hopefully he finds his way there fairly quickly.
Nope, just took an expanding Patrick kill through the second staircase I took to find that information. Although, if there's I didn't see if there was another entrance into Zelda's room, so I do not know if that is the only path. I tried to bomb up from... If we could bomb up from Ganon's room, get a shot at it. Or I guess, not up there. But, I mean, no, I tried to go up from the room to the left, but that was an old man that blocked the way. So, I mean, unless you could bomb up out of staircase number 2. That probably would have been longer anyway. When in doubt, take the path you know.
Yep, Captain Green's going to go in this first staircase. I think that's part of the solution. We'll see if he gets the other part of it.
It is if he takes the next staircase. He goes left, up, and right. PA found the bow. That was fast.
Yeah, he was in the majority of the rooms. I think he just got beaten up by something or locked in with a dig dogger or something like that, and that was enough to send him packing earlier.
Yeah. I remember that dig dogger. We had a long conversation about how he hates noise and I had nothing to make noise with.
I just sort of think Captain Green has some sort of ring as well, probably the red ring, but doesn't matter anymore. He's going to make it through this door and not take any damage, so get your GGs out for Captain Green 7. Going to finish in third overall, 53.46. We had Eat My Steel at 52.45. So that was the one in between.
Didn't even kill the Patra.
Nope.
Patra lives.
There was a question about the Triforces in the chat. This is a Holy Grail seed, which means the Triforces were only useful if you needed to flute back somewhere, or you needed a health refill.
That was part of my thought process. I mean, given where 3 was, that would have been an annoying trek back up to the White Sword Cave. But
yep.
If that was by that logic, I should have picked up the one in 4, which was in the second or the first quest level 2.
Yep. TA is now in Ganon fight as well. And we have Captain Green 7 with us. GG's on the third place finish.
Thank you. GG Chestroke.
GG, Captain.
Did you have the red ring? We couldn't quite tell.
I had blue ring.
You had the blue. Got it.
You had so much money, and you didn't even know.
Yeah, I was maxed on money early, and I just could not find a shop.
The big secret was very big, from what I could hear. I also won a gambling game, too, because that's the thing. I have no idea how much I won, but I won something.
Nice.
It sounded like a lot. I think I bought wood arrows. I couldn't buy the bomb upgrade, though. The bomb upgrade must have been really expensive.
I think Truant bought it. That's the only person that I saw go after it.
I think if I had not bought wood arrows, I probably, well, for sure would have been able to afford it. I thought there was a chance wood arrows would have been necessary, because I think I thought that at the time I had seen a potential Goma block in, what was it, 4? So I thought it was possible. I knew I had a decent amount of money at the time.
I just got the confirmation that red ring was the floor item 6. Kind of feel like that almost forces the red candle into 9 at this point. I feel like we saw a lot of the rest of the dungeon items.
Shockingly, I have very few items.
Well, I know that level 8 had Heart, Magic Nanner, and Recorder.
Alright.
I know that
part 8 was, but I never actually went to Death Mountain, so.
6 was Book Red Ring, 5 was Wand Bow, 4 had Silvers, at least.
3 had White Sword, yeah.
White Sword and Heart, 2 had Heart and Ladder, if I remember correctly. 1 had all 3 items out of that.
Yeah, 1 Boomerang, Power Bracelet, Raft.
So probably, I guess there's a shot that it was in 7, but otherwise, it was in 9. Not that anybody really wanted it at that juncture.
7 was very nice. It didn't let you in because of the Goma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was still looking for bow at that point. It's like, okay, not there.
Here, have a Triforce that you don't need.
Oh, there's a lot of things that could have really trolled in this seed, and ended up not being too terribly trolly, between a huge, large secret and any key on the overworld, so that you didn't have to keep track of that count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, imagine if 4 had been arrow blocked as well. Because it was a 50-50 for me. I had 2 rooms left. One was Goma, and one was the top right corner.
Yep.
Luckily, it was the right one.
We shall send our complaints to the seed roller Oasis. How dare you roll such an easy seed?
Somehow I think I know what Oasis does with those complaints. Right
Yeah.
into the bin.
I think TA's now taking the same staircase. Kind of felt like it was linear to this spot. Hard to get around.
Yeah, there really wasn't. It's hard if you went left in 9, there really wasn't much you could do. You were almost forced to go to Zelda's room.
Yep. And T's going to finish up with a time of 58.42. That's good enough for 4th place. And Truant's going to find his bow if he doesn't. Well, okay. That's commentator's curse enough, I guess.
Good job, Fury.
Yeah, he'll blame me for that later, I'm sure.
We'll let Truant know what happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
Truant
no,
knows what happened.
No, don't go away. Oh, that's not good.
Maybe a little bit of a journey back there for him if he's heading somewhere else. Just depends on what he's going to dig. 6 is not the nicest place to dig, but hey, you might find the red ring.
Inquiring minds want to know where it is.
I was missing items left and right as far as commentary goes.
Oh, with 4 people, that's understandable. I'm curious to know how much later I had the wood sword than everyone else, since I found it, what, 20 minutes in?
You and Truant were sitting there with very little combat while everybody else was on the sword on the left side of the screen.
I'm impressed I got the ladder without the sword. Blue candle, all I needed.
Yep, Truant did the same exact thing, and I think the sad part about that was the caves were not too terribly far away from one another.
Yeah.
I think 2 was near start, and I
Really
think
near start, yeah.
sword was vanilla.
Yeah, I found ladder, and then yeah, sword was vanilla right now, pretty much 2 screens away. Classic hiding in the spot you wouldn't expect.
Pretty
Sword would
much.
do that.
Only one runner on the restream knows where this red ring is so far, and I know he's usually fairly busy on the Monday, so I don't know that he'll have a ton of time jump in and tell us where it was, but hopefully Truant finds it quickly. Yeah, I'm not sure what else, there's not a whole lot else to really go through as far as the sea goes. I mean,
No.
I think the only item that, the only block dungeon, as far as being able to see where it was 9.
And
Unless I'm
5. I
mistaken.
mean, 5 was also a power wasted block.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, I figure I could have finished probably, at least 5 minutes faster if I had gone to the wood sword spot faster. And actually, you see, but you never know. I mean, I may have cleared some of these dungeons I didn't need to. I mean, maybe that it took me away from clearing things like 6 and 7 that I just didn't need to.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Well, 5 must have been one of the last dungeons we saw, and I think as far as the restream goes, I think we found basically all 9 of them within 26, 27 minutes at most.
Well, looking at my map, I mean, except for level 9, I barely touched the west side of Hyrule. That's it.
Yep.
Everything else is in the east side.
I don't think too many people went to Death Mountain at all. At least Western Death Mountain. Eastern. Saw
Was
a few
level 8
people.
in Eastern Death Mountain?
I don't recall, actually. I know we've had...
It was Western Death Mountain.
What was it?
I was up there actually pretty early and did all of Death Mountain. It was right above level 9.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got the hint for where 9 was swordless in level 6. Immediately
Oh,
up
nice.
a save, and then walked to the grave and opened every spot. It's like, oh no, it's power bracelet blocked. Okay, fine. Luckily, level 1 was near start, so I went into 1. Oh look, there's a power bracelet on the floor. Let's go find out what the Holy Grail is. Doing that all swordless. and then figure out it's the wand, and then okay, maybe I should go find a sword now, and then went from there.
Awesome.
It could have been streamlined a little bit, but hey, it all worked out.
9 was the last spot I opened. It was either that or Recorder Lake, and I had no recorder, so I was very much hoping.
Geez. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely had the most exploration then, because I think Truant, level 8 was his last spot that he had to find to have knowledge of all 9 dungeons in the White Sword Cave. And I don't think I saw TA clear Death Mountain at all. District just said he basically didn't touch western side, so...
Yeah. I mean, I checked a couple caves on the way to where 9 was. I checked all the grave locations. That's pretty much it. I found a potion shop, a big secret, and a shop of some kind. I found there's three potion shops, and a shop with possible key, which I didn't need, and a big secret, and level 9.
The big bonus here for Truant is he tried to go into level 7 again, bombed everything, and there's literally nowhere to go but the Golem block, so he will not have to dig level 7 for little to no payoff.
That'd be almost comforting.
And
okay,
he's...
my answer is not there.
Yep.
He does have all 8 Triforces, too.
Yep.
Good for him.
Kind of gave up on the Triforces at some point just because they weren't really that necessary.
You got mine right, so it's all good.
I'd be surprised if we got much more than that, because there was a period of time where everybody was getting the easy Triforces at the start of dungeons and just spamming them. It was just like, okay, this is...
I mean, I skipped
this
the
is
one.
shenanigans.
I skipped the free one in 4, the free one in 2. I think I skipped the one in 1 also. That was also pretty free. So I could have had about 5. Figured out after the first 2 I didn't need any more than that. Just wasting time. Bad speedrun strats.
Yeah, I had 2, 4, 7, and I also had book. Everything else looks right.
Yep, I think if I were to see, we get the book here. I know TA got it as well. Light up 7. Yeah, it's...
Not that it matters, of course.
Yeah, it was fast and furious. Like, we saw the red ring way after the fact on TA, and then I noticed that your tunic had changed as well, but I couldn't figure out if you had random tunics on, so I had to kind of give up on that as well.
I think it was my 4th shot at trying to buy the blue ring. I had tried several times earlier.
You knew you had a lot of money. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Except you had a lot, but not enough. It's that expensive jewelry. It'll get you every time.
And this is going to troll Truant, I think, because
he's only
he
got
doesn't...
he's got the room he died in left. That's all he's got left.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he knows that that's the only room left, or if he's kind of lost sight of it at this point. We'll find out pretty soon here, I think.
It's a pretty bad troll to die in the one room. That's the one required room in the whole dungeon.
Oof. Well, he got 2 fairy drops out of that red Lionel room, so that's pretty solid. The odds of getting 1 out of those 4 wasn't too bad, but getting both of them was nice. So I think after this week we go back to SG Live Flags next week, followed by kind of Runner's Choice. We'll see what people decide to suggest and run away from this time.
Sprite shuffle. Excuse me. Oh, there's the locked-in Dig Dogger.
Yep.
I bet she's thinking, "Oh, this is it." Oh no, it's a compass.
Oh, he's still moving around, and he's going back to the right here, so I think he knows what room he died in. So it shouldn't be long now. Gonna go up and right through the key door. Maybe. Please.
You didn't want to fight the keys to open the door, open the shutter door.
I'm still close to that key door. Open it. Oh. It's quite unfortunate. I have a significant amount of hatred for rooms I die in, so I guess I'm one to not really forget that I've not cleared those rooms.
Yeah. I would have thought hopefully the key door being there would have made him think twice about that room. But he knows he's been in the room already, so that's the real problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I think now he's gonna save. Yeah, he's gonna save out, assuming that he just missed something on the floor. So if you think you cleared them all, that's the next logical decision to make.
Yeah. I mean, you still gotta find silvers in 4 too, so yeah, looks like 4 is gonna be next for him.
Yep.
I was feeling good about my chances in this scene when I found the silver so deep in 4. Especially when there was a potential Goma block in the beginning of the dungeon. And finding and I found the heart pretty quickly too.
I'm almost certain you were the first to the silvers on the restream. I think after that it was CG7 who found them next, followed by TA. But you were definitely...
I also went back in 4 because the 6 blue Gorilla room in the bottom corner had the map. And I didn't want to play. I had no idea how many bombs I had, so I figured I better go get the map and find which wall I have to bomb. And I was right, I only had 1 bomb left too. And then I got bomb blocked anyway, because the next wall was also a bomb. So, that was fun times.
Nice. Book actually saved me in 4. I went in there swordless first and didn't get anything, and then by the time I finally made it back, I had Atlas. So it showed me exactly where to go.
Excellent. I felt good about that when I saw it was just 1 bomb hole too, as there was only 1 option.
Yeah, because that Goma right next to it was a troll, because it looked like it could have been like a segment.
It could have easily been the staircase, for sure.
Truant now has his map out of that said Gorilla room. Now just has to get all the way through the dungeon and dodge the boomerangs. I don't know that he has too many bombs left, if any, though, so he's got to be careful here.
It was nice they put a bomb dropper room right before the bomb wall.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? He's got a bomb upgrade, so it's put him a little bit further up than what I was counting him out to. I thought he only had 2 or 3 left, but he may have as many as 5, 6, or 7 left. Or 8.
He has question mark left.
The only question mark I can confirm is the key count one with the A.
I do appreciate that it does not change the question mark to A, even if you get the magic key.
Yeah. We had a suggestion in chat that the book reveal your hidden numbers.
The book reveals that too? That would be interesting, yeah, I like that.
Or just have it as a potential flag you can have on kind of independent of the map one.
Mm-hmm. Could be Atlas, Rosetta Stone, and we gotta find a funny name for it though. Let's think about that. Need a word that describes revealing unknown numbers. I don't know. I'm better working with numbers, not describing numbers.
Got enough bombs to kill this Dongo, thankfully. So it looked like it wasn't going to play nice. And this should be the Silver's room as long as he survives.
That's correct. It's a bit
It's down to-
stressful. I survived it on a heart and a half with wood sword. Did I have the wand at that point? Yeah, I had the wand at that point, I think.
You were...
Actually, no, I didn't. No, I
You
only had
were
wood
not.
sword. Yeah, I didn't have wand yet. I hadn't gone to 5 yet.
You were dealing with it with a wood sword and all the bubbles hitting you with the Gria walking around the room. I was really concerned that you were going to leave the Gria for last and it was going to come back to get you, but...
Yeah. Oh, book is an abacus. Oh, I like that, Kairos. I like that. We will submit that name to the powers that be.
Someone's suggesting I have hatred stored in Oko. I think if anybody has hatred for Oko, it's either Antlers or Chester.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
You've already-
the bow was only guarded by 8 14 HP Blue Wiz Robes. I mean, how bad could it be?
Yeah.
I cleared it on the first try after clearing everything else first.
I think the only thing I hate in Oko is the one thing that kills me the most often in Seeds, which is the Gliok.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I just don't have the patience to fight those. And when you give me Oko on top of that, it just never ends well for me. We can clean up some other finishes here, though. We had Bogey in 5th with a 102.06, Shaddy in 6th with a 108.40, Dr. J, PhD at 115.37, got the 7th place finish. Still 2 runners going.
I'm gonna go ahead and take off and just say thank you, Fury, for the commentary, and appreciate the restream and everything. And GG again, Chesterk.
GG, Gavin. Always a pleasure.
Yep, GG's. Book out of 6 for Truant. He doesn't know what the floor item is. He's kind of considering his options.
He's thinking, oh, I can see the level now. Ooh.
I guess trying to solve where exactly he has left to go in this dungeon.
Maybe he knows that we are curious where the red ring is.
Well, it didn't blend into the floor, which was kind of, sort of part of my problem, I guess, in 5.
Yeah.
So the bow is not the most... I don't know what the correct... Oh, hey, look, I see it. It's inside the Stalfos. Well, that makes it easy.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't actually that far from the book either, just 1 to the right and 2 up.
Did I skip that? I mean, because I explored a lot of 6 swordless. I must have skipped that room, totally. It's weird.
I don't recall it was in the way.
Yeah. It must have been blocked by a shutter door that I never went in.
Yeah, he's got
I
a...
would have picked it up. I would have picked it up in a heartbeat. But oh no, is it? I didn't have the ladder at the time.
He's got to have it
Yeah.
narrowed at this point, I would think.
Yeah, let's see. What could he possibly have left? Has
He's
he been
got...
to 8?
He's got all 3 items out of 8. He can't get into 7, which is the only other dungeon that he doesn't have items out of. So it's literally just 5 and remembering the one room he didn't clear because he died in it.
That's gotta be so frustrating. I mean, he's double cleared at least half the dungeon.
See if he just...
He can face tank the blue Lionels now with the red ring.
Yeah, we'll see if he just burns it and then calls it a night after that. And I've seen many a runner do that after getting trolled by dying in the room with the item.
I'm pretty sure I've done that before.
Yeah, let's slide up all his items for fun here. He's got that.
My items are correct, but can you light up the heart on mine, please? I did get the white sword heart. That's gotta be what that heart was.
I will give it to the person that got the most hearts. How about
Oh
that?
man! That's discrimination. I won't stand for it.
Yeah.
How many hearts did I end up with? I don't even know. 8?
You
Second row?
you did not get to the second row. You had 7 or 8. I don't
Let's see
remember.
here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 5. I have 6 marked, but the 6th one is the ladder heart, and I never went back for it. So yeah, I had 8. I feel bad now.
All right, he's next to that key door again. Go right. Go right. Hey, we willed him.
There you go.
And he's probably remembering now that he died in this room, if I had to guess. Here comes the bomb.
He picked it up. Didn't take the second bomb. You hate to see it.
Well, the good news is there really isn't a way to troll yourself in 9 from what I saw. There's just too many bomb walls that wouldn't open to get you out of the southeast corner, so you almost have to take the staircase.
Yeah.
And then you can't really get around the second staircase all that easily. It only takes you a handful of rooms away from that, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that if you somehow... If you go right from the start, and then for some reason bomb down, maybe, and if there's a staircase there, it takes you up to the top right corner or something. I mean, if you don't do that, you're gonna you take the first staircase. I took the first staircase, and then the second one takes you right to Zelda. And then if you go right from the first staircase, you hear Ganon. So there doesn't seem to be many ways for you to go wrong in this level 9. You can't even go much to the top right anyway. There's 8 missing rooms in the top right. I just noticed that. I had the map too.
Oh, he's gonna take the first staircase. I think the biggest way, I guess, to troll is to go this way, not clear the Patra with a shutter, and then just continue on looking for both.
Yeah. But the problem with that I found was that there's so many empty walls going that direction.
Yeah.
I spent 2 bombs and then gave up and went back to start. Or, looking at my map, if he can bomb up from this turnstile room... Let's see, there's no way you would ever do that. That seems so unlikely. You'd have to intentionally skip the door, which makes no sense. I wonder if you can... No, you can't bomb right here, because that takes you back to start. So that can't be a thing. So I guess for him, if he doesn't clear the Patra, or finds a bomb hole that takes you on a wild goose chase in the top left corner or something.
Well, he's gonna ignore the Patra. Got a free map there in the tea room. So now it's just a question of where can you bomb in this room?
Yeah, you can't. I tried up and left from here. You can't bomb out of here.
So your option is with the Patra, potentially?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can bomb out of the Patra room, then you're on a wild goose chase. Alright, yup.
So I think your only other option would have been if Zelda's room had a door to the right and the rest of the dungeon was through that, but...
Yeah. The problem is that there's an old man to the right of the empty room in the bottom middle. So he'd have to bomb up from Ganon's room and hope to go around the old man that direction.
I do appreciate the old man's advice as to where Ganon is.
Yeah.
I always like that.
That and the old man in 2 that told you where level 2 was. That was a nice touch too.
I think my only other thing that I like more than the hint for Ganon after you hear the roar is the hint for Zelda as the shutter's opening on the other side. So that's
a good one.
It's always a good time. Although I think my favorite seed had the bait block super early in 9, with Zelda's door blocking the only other way you could go. That was another good
commentary on a seed for that when that happened.
Yep, that is the one I recall.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who was running, but I'm sure they appreciated it just as much as me.
Yeah. I want to say random effect, and it may have been Captain Green. I'm not sure. That's what my memory is telling me. But I remember it was Adirondack Rick and I, and we were theorizing possible trolls in 9, and then bam, it was the first room in, bait block. You can, with Zelda on one side and the path to go in the dungeon on the other side. Oh, and they also had to fight, I think they had to fight Ganon in a moat room without the ladder. And the ladder was in 9 somewhere. And both runners, being skilled, were able to kill Ganon and still get the tribals, I think. I think, at least. Or at least random effect did, I think. I was theorizing whether he would actually dig the ladder, seeing what room Ganon was in. And then we figured out, nah, he's good enough for the game. He can avoid that troll.
Yeah, I'm looking around to see what sort of who it could have been that he was against. There was a lot of good races that Random was in.
Mm-hmm. I think it was the race after he beat me in that tournament. So it was probably, I want to say like losers bracket top 8 or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. It was around that. I mean, was it even? I don't remember if it was the last tournament or not. It may have been the tournament before that. No, it had to be because I faced Saber 5 times, and he's the one who knocked me out. So it had to be the previous tournament.
Would you rather Saver 5 times or Adigino 7 times? That's the real question.
I think I'm 1-1 versus Daichin, or maybe 1-2. Because I beat him to go 5-0 in the what tournament was that? Was that the random percent turn? No, it wasn't the random percent. It was the God, I can't remember now. There have been so many tournaments. It was the one where I went 5-0 in the Swiss, and then immediately I was the #1 seed, and then lost in the first round anyway. Because that's what I do.
It looks like Truant, getting back to this race, is going to go through the staircase now after having gone about as far as he can over to the right.
I didn't see. Did he try to bomb up from Ganon's room?
He was looking around over there after firing arrows. I don't know if he tried. We're gonna find out now. Nope, didn't try.
I wonder if he saw the shutter below the Patra. I mean, that's the only reason I killed the Patra, because I thought, ooh, there's a shutter there. I should see if that's Zelda. That's an interesting staircase.
Yeah.
Nope. No, it's not. Pure troll.
Uh-oh.
You can go right. If you can go up and left from here.
It looks like he's prevented from bombing up there.
Wow. Seems like there's a pretty solid wall along the right-hand side on the 3rd row. Because he went one room further to the right. I don't think you go up from there either. I think you have to take the staircase. Which is good. Because unless he tries to go up through the turnstile room instead of right, he's gonna run smack into Zelda and be done with it.
Yeah, he's heading the right direction now. And this dungeon really did force you. I haven't seen any way.
You almost have to find them. Just one in one direction, one in the other.
Well, he has solved it now. And it's in a time of 1:28. Something or other.
Did
when
you
he's done
just hit
boomerang.
Zelda with the boomerang?
Tried to. Oh, he finally killed the fire. There you go. Guess he finally whacked it. Anyways, 128.36. The answer to that question in chat for the SG Live, I'm pretty sure it is starting first week of November. I want to say it's like the... Well, I want to say it's like the 4th, 5th, or 6th. Hold on. I can solve that.
GG, Truant.
And we are joined by Trunt. The amount of commentators' curses that I put on him.
Hashtag blame Fury.
Yes. Sure, it'll come for full circle here in a second.
What did you say, Fury, that cursed me?
He said something along the lines of all Truant has to do is clear this room to get the bow, and then you died in the bow room and didn't clear the room for another half hour.
Only a half hour?
Ish. I have no idea how long it actually was.
It was about a half hour.
Yeah, I was ripping through that seed, and I was like, man, it can't be this easy. I got to start digging something. And then as I was going, I kind of suspected I missed something somewhere, and I think I was in 5 a couple times, and it is what it is.
I found 8 dungeons before I found a sword.
I think I had 6 or 7.
Yeah. I found out what the I opened 9 without the sword. I managed to I got the hint deep in 6 without the sword where 9 was, went to the grave, couldn't find it, went to 1, found the power bracelet, then went back to the grave and found out what the Holy Grail was, all without a sword.
See, that's why I took the boomerang when I found it, because everything seemed like it was a little squishy early, and the boomerang definitely helped that to get around. I think I had 4 Triforces in 20 minutes, or 5 even, and I was just rolling.
Yeah, there were a bunch of enemies that were 0 HP.
Yeah, the wild part about this is we still don't have full item rundown confirmation because of how blocked 7 was and how blocked 9 was. There was only so much you could do at 9 before you were forced into Zelda. Unless there was a bomb wall you missed somewhere, because it was...
Yeah, based
you
on
really
what
couldn't
Truant
go
did
up.
and what I did, I don't think there were any. There weren't any bomb holes to get around.
There has to be one somewhere because Zelda didn't have that
That's true.
open
I
door
guess
to the right.
I guess the other way would have been bombing another direction in the Patcher room before Zelda.
I almost think there had to be a staircase over to the left somewhere, or maybe up in that, whatever you call it, turnstile room.
Yeah, we didn't try that either. That's true.
Yeah, I know Truant went into level 7 trying to figure out where the bow was, and you literally had a Goma there, and all bomb walls didn't open. I believe it was connected for the most part, though. I thought I saw people go in there later. I think CG7 definitely went in there. It was a fairly small one, which I guess is no surprise given how big 8 was.
Well, I can definitely say that I can put up with missing an item, forgetting to clear a room or whatever. I'm a little annoyed with I could have sworn I bombed that wall in 4. That's what I feel like killed me the most, because I just wrote it off as it must be a really tiny 4, and I'm overlooking something, and it's not going to be worth my time here. But like I said, I could have sworn that I bombed that wall at least twice.
Those damn sturdy walls.
Yep. I don't know if I watched you bomb it, but if I did, I got all sorts of confused across the other couple of runners going on the restream, so... Just one of those... Yep. Blame Fury. I did figure out that it is November 5th for the start date for SG Live, to answer the question in chat from earlier. I knew it was roughly a 10-day event that ran through about the 14th, so...
As I recall, Truant crushed me in round 1 of the SGL 2020 last year. I finished our seed in 45 minutes, and it wasn't good enough, because Truant did in 40 or something like that. Good times.
Truant is definitely one of those that either like pops off and just destroys a seed or just gets trolled by it, because we've raced what, like 3 or 4 times in big tournaments, Truant, and you've gotten me with really quick times by a couple of minutes, and I've gotten you with fairly quick times, but not as quick by a few minutes. So it's, you like trading them back and forth with kind of just the feast or famine setup there.
Yeah, tournaments are always fun. Definitely get in the mood for them.
Absolutely.
Yep. Get some more. Whatchamacallit? We'll get some more video footage of Truant popping off maybe in the next tournament.
Before you know it.
I mean, if you really want me to, then fine. But I think Steel is the go-to for it for now.
Yeah, I don't. It'll be interesting to see how many people we get for this one. It looks like it has some more signups than the last Z1R SG Live tournament, which was kind of in the midst of all the stuff going on last year. So understandable that not as many people saw it.
Lots of new faces too. Lots of new faces too, which is always a plus.
Absolutely. And we haven't had a a quote unquote tournament in a while, so many people are just itching to play.
Yep. We'll see what happens this year. I know last year I was running real hot, and then I
hear you did pretty well last year for Fury.
I ran into the juggernaut Jay Coper, and
Being of someone who was on fire last year, that was Jay Coper for sure.
Yep. It's all about getting hot at the right time and then getting the right order in the dungeons, and with those two, that basically is all you need.
Absolutely.
We'll see who it is this year, though, and another 40, 45 days from now, somewhere in that ballpark, so.
We'll have plenty of time to practice.
Yep. Maybe I'll run a practice seed here in a couple minutes. So we'll go ahead and, I guess, wrap it up for the night, unless you guys have anything else you need to know about the seed.
I think we're good. Well, I'm good. I won't speak for Truant, but thank you.
Everybody that decided to stick around and watch the rest of that blow up, thanks for hanging out.
Alrighty, well, we have Freedom Fire was on the tracking duties. I was on the commentary duties. Thanks to Speed Gaming once again for hosting our weeklies at 10 Eastern every Sunday night. We'll be back next week with an SG Live race. We'll see who you get in the commentary and tracking booth for that one. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week. So long for now.